Okay, so I don't think it's just me, but I just thought about this. You know how we have all these like bloggers now that are talking about all this cool lifestyle shit and they're making content about their lives. I think the reason that like a lot of black YouTubers aren't being taken seriously is because like we didn't see the Brandy come up. We didn't see the like daily life of Monica. We didn't see the daily life of Ashanti. Like for some reason these bitches won't give us like YouTube channels of them just doing fly shit every day, because like the fact is they are for sure doing fly shit every day. Like I don't know if y'all, Ashanti made a couple of videos in the last couple of years that were like her in one of her condos or mansions, and this bitch is living fly. Like she's way flyer than Kelly Stamps, like way flyer. She just doesn't put out the content every day. Like she's not giving us like any sort of, like she put out a children's book, which is nice. But Ashanti, bitch, you're an adult. We want you to like put out content that's like, what are you doing every day? What are your interests? Ashanti should just be giving us videos of her going to dinner. That's what we want from Ashanti. From Ashanti, bitch, this is a note to dear Ashanti. We just want to see you go out to the fancy restaurants that we cannot afford to go to. We want to see you go every day. We know you go. We know you order on DoorDash, bitch. We know you have a private chef. We know you have learned how to cook the meals for yourself. Give us something, girl. Give us something. Like, a lot of the black celebrities are so private that, like, we don't even know they exist. But, like, all of them are like that. And when all of the black celebrities have become so private that they post nothing online at all, like, we have nothing to pull from. It's like, y'all have been rich for hella long. We can't really distinguish the middle class from, like, let me tell you right now, I am not living like Ashanti. My apartment is nice, but like Ashanti's condo is like way nicer than my apartment. Ashanti's neighborhood is like way nicer than my neighborhood. I would assume, I don't know, but I would actually like to verify this shit for myself. I have this assumption that like her life is way better than mine. My life isn't bad though by any means. Like in terms of like global economics and like I've said this a million times, like my apartment is nearly $3,000 a month. Okay, like I live downtown. Like my meal, every meal is like $50. So if you have $50 to spend on every meal, this is for one person. I'm not paying for a family. I spend $50 on one meal because I always tip to the point where it's like every meal ends up being $50 no matter where I go. Like I tip enough to where I'm spending $50 a meal because that's my budget, right? So Ashanti supposedly is living better than me, and I just have a day job. I am one person who has a day job. Like this is you can plan for this life for yourself. I am one person. I don't have a shit ton of dependents. There's I don't know. Like my mother's living her own life. I have a biological brother. He's out there working, living his own life. Like I'm just talking about me, right? Like me, Olivia, I work my day job. Okay. And I have a budget for myself of like $50 a meal. For me, not for others. I don't share. I'm not splitting the tab. I'm talking about I'm ordering I order like 2 items on average per order just for me. And if I'm really feeling floozy, I will spend maybe $300 or $500 on a nice steak or something. But this is just for me. I'm not sharing this shit with nobody else. Like there's no other people. I'm also not depending on anyone else's income. Like I'm telling you guys, I'm out here working on Saturdays. The reason that I'm doing this is because I want to be able to afford whatever I want. Like if I want to go get a $500 steak or something, I want the money to be able to do it. I don't need to have it every day. Like I feel like my routine Monday through Friday is good. But I would like to be able to afford this like once a week. So if I work 5 days, I can afford this on Saturdays. Like I'm not a finance dude who can afford this 7 days a week. So let's be clear. Finance dudes can afford this meal every night. Like I'm not a finance dude. I can't afford that. But I can afford it 1 day per week. Right? Like you guys see, I don't have a car. This is my car, my bicycle, which I ride now. I'm going to be riding it everywhere. You can live this life. For $1,000, you can get this bike and all the accessories. I've literally included the link to where I purchased the bicycle. Like, this isn't some, dream reality in the future. Like, this is a very real reality that you can, like, I bought this racer chair for, I don't know, it was like $200 or something. I got this shit like 6 years ago. This is from my parents' house, so I don't even know. I just haven't replaced the chair, but this is just like a work chair. This is like a computer programmer chair, and I'm not even a software engineer anymore, so I don't use the chair. It just sits in the corner. I just like brought it out because I'm like, I don't want to sit on that awful piece of metal of wood anymore. And I ordered a new chair, but it's not going to be here until the end of the month. Because I work with the city now, so I only get paid like once a month. That's a whole thing, but fuck it, whatever. I feel like very soon, guys, we will be reporting from a house in the hills because my lawsuits are going to come through, and bitch, we are elevating. I thought it would be longer. We've been living apartment life for like 2 years, and we are 2 years of apartment life. And we moved to the hills in 2 years. I could have never imagined it would be this fast, but like white supremacy is awful. So maybe I'll make a whole app how to sue white supremacy to get you a house in the hills. Like, literally, like, white people are destined to be racist. Like, Latino people destined to be racist. And all you gotta do is use a fee waiver and file a lawsuit. That's all you gotta do. And next thing you know, you'll be living in a house in the hills. Because for like $3 million, your whole life can change. $3 million is not that much money. $3 million is like petty change. Like, literally, I sued McDonald's for $100 million. And most likely, they're going to settle for at least 50. Most likely. Like, that's like they're like, oh, okay, fine. Like, but they might, I really don't know. I sued for $100 million. I suppose they will, they will, like, confer for half. Maybe they'll take it to court, and then the judge will actually be like, because we have to remember, what's his face, Something Jones, he didn't even actually do anything. He just got online, he got on YouTube and spread some misinformation, and they sued him for $1 billion. So yesterday's price is not today's price. The cost of misinformation at this point is $1 billion. So shit, if somebody somebody works at a corporation is doing something that's like they're discriminating against you in any way, they smile at you the wrong way, sue. I have a whole other video where I talk about how to sue with a fee waiver. If you can watch this video, you can sue. I put the links in the description box, okay? Comment on the video. I will teach you how to do it. I can savor the 5 minutes to help you. Okay? Honestly, I think a lot of people just don't give a shit. That's the real issue. Niggas don't care about their own life. This hasn't. Oh my God. We can't even begin to talk about other lives yet. Oh God. It's too much. I can't even continue the whole talk, but okay.